Good morning, everybody, on this October 28th today. Sun is just starting to come up. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It was about 7 degrees this morning. Anyways, truck's warmed up. Well, almost warmed up. Looks like the windshield's not quite defrosted. Get it defrosted the rest of the way and we'll get headed out to the farm. Hope everybody's having a great morning. Okay, I just talked to Dave, who's already out at the farm. He said the thermometer out there is reading 2 below. So, which is a good thing. Cold weather may seem like a bad thing to a lot of people, but for us it does a lot of good things. It's going to get the water, rivers, ponds, lakes, whatever, to freeze up. That's really important for travel. Most all these communities depend on being able to cross the rivers. And 2 below is not really cold for us. It's a nice cool morning for sure. It'll get a lot colder this winter for a lot longer. But it's a good start. We're coming up on the new bridge work they did. Let's see what it looks like. I see somebody in front of us. I don't know if it's going or coming. They kind of restarted their construction day, so I may be a little behind. They started either 7 or 8, so we're after that. So where the barricades are is where the bridge used to be. That's how we used to go last time you guys came along with me. And they have relocated that over here to the right. I know, you got frozen water on the glass. Oh yeah, very nice, very nice. But like I was saying on our dark morning drive, 2 below is not super cold for us. It is a nice cool day. Would be kind of the norm for a fair bit of the winter, but it sure does help do everything winter needs to do here. And a whole lot of bugs and diseases and things, parasites just do not like the cold weather. And so when we hit those 40 and 50 belows, that really weeds out a lot of the bugs. And that makes farming a little bit more pleasant. There's just less pests to deal with, less invasive species, less things that can handle it here. So we do enjoy that part of it for sure. The cold part, yeah, not so much fun, but you guys are here working away. Okay, they're just doing some work on the bridge approach, so we will wait patiently until we get the signal it's okay to cross. Every time we come through here, we do interrupt their plan. These bridges will be our bypass bridges for the next 3 or 4 months. 5 months, I guess. What is this, October? About 4 months. Really not that long. And they basically got these bridges moved over a 3 or 4 day period. Yep, spill the coffee. Which is pretty darn good, I thought. They got the debris burned down. And of course, after that last bridge, the maintenance pretty much stops. Not sure what the maintenance plan for the road will be. We don't have a whole lot going on out here this winter, so there won't be a lot of reason for it to be super plowed. We're pretty much just weeks away from not doing any more clearing. We're going to see what happens today, if there's enough snow to bother us, or if we can go ahead and keep working. We're approaching kind of getting too cold, but it's going to be 20 degrees today. Believe it or not, the brush and stuff actually breaks up a little nicer when it's cold, so that'll be okay. So we'll pull most of the equipment out, you know, tractors, skid steer, things like that will get pulled back to town. Implements and whatnot will be out here, which is fine. We do have security on that stuff, so that's not a big deal. And then kind of wait for spring. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah. It's a winter wonderland. Okay. Sun's finally come up. We can see a little bit. This is where we were working last weekend. Nothing really happened on the farm. The road was pretty much closed while they were doing the bridge replacement. I still see one fire smoldering a little. Now they would let you through if you really needed to get in here. They would definitely facilitate getting you into the farm if needed to. So it's definitely not like they would not let you in. It just was not super easy to get in. Both these piles are still smoldering a bit. So I'm going to try to get you in on this. I'm too wiggly. So there's a grouse. He's actually over by the fire. Not exactly sure what he's doing. I feel like it's the warmth. All right, good looking bird. I know I'm shaky, guys. Don't got a tripod. Got a long, cold winter ahead of you, buddy. Or budette. You do. This grouse actually spent a fair bit of time around the truck in one of the burn piles that was smoldering. Not sure if it was curious or just figuring out what to do, but eventually it went on its way. It's remarkable that these birds are able to make it the 6 months of winter with hardly anything to eat. Other than the occasional berry or a little bit of vegetation they find, they have to hunker down and use the fat reserves that they've got stored up while they await for spring to come. Okay, Dave's over mulching a little bit. And we've lit a couple of fires. Okay, tractor should be warmed up pretty good. Need to take the forks off, put the grapple back on, go help Dave and work on consolidating those piles. I think it's warmed up to 10 degrees or something, so it's pretty good. I guess it may be in the mid-teens today. So, see if I can get some footage. It's always a little harder when it's cold to do virtually everything, including making YouTube. So, I'll see what I can get for you guys. And of course, when it's cold like this, just like us, everything's a little slow to move. So trying to cycle the hydraulics to get the warm fluid out of the tractor to move out to the extremities. It's just a little slow. Okay, now undoing the latches for the skid steer quick connect. This system does work pretty good, but snow does get packed in, so you got to be mindful of that and keep it cleaned out. I won't say this system's better or worse than the John Deere, just different. But in these harsh conditions, I do believe the John Deere system is a little simpler to use when it's extra cold or snowy and frozen. And as you can see, there's an example of it being frozen. Had to pop it out. And of course, now that I got it off, I need to pick it back up so I can go position it with the other implements. And of course, now that I have to rehook it for the camera, I get to chase it around the yard a little bit, but eventually get it. Okay, I did speed this up a little bit. Got to go hook up to the grapple. It was kind of drifted in, but it wasn't too bad to get hooked up to it. Had a little bit of snow and had to reposition. Shake it out a little bit. Yep, just like that. Then you can flip the levers down. And we're off. I want to make sure we opened up the traps on this. That'd be a good reason why right there. Another one right here. Let's make sure we open that one. It's pretty clean. So, between the ice and the cold, well, it should have just took a minute or two to swap an attachment. It's been about 20 minutes. See the corn rows over there? Kind of cool. Okay, here's a view of using the tractor to pick up logs and stumps. It does a pretty good job. A lot of the logs in this particular area of the farm are fairly rotten, so when you try to pick up a whole log, you'll actually only get the grapple full of log, and the ends will break off. That's a little frustrating. We could go through and just mulch everything, but it speeds up the process with two of us working. For every log I pick up and put in the burn pile, it's that much less mulching that needs to happen. So between the tractor and the skid steer working together, we're just being a little more efficient and speeding things up a little bit. Okay, things are going. One fire is going good. Second fire is actually going pretty good. And we have a third one that just started about 30 minutes ago, and it seems to be rolling a little bit. Okay, just got done with lunch. Thermometer showing just a little below. Yeah, 10 degrees or hair below. So probably the high for the day. It might warm up a little more, but lunch is over. Time to go back to work, put some logs on the fire. Oh, it feels pretty good about right here. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Even though it's 8-9 degrees. Of course, whatever side's not facing the fire gets a little cool. That's okay. And yes, if it seems tediously slow to go around, pick up logs and drop them on the fire, it is a little slow. I'll admit that. But working to a goal of a clear open field. And when I look out there and see the piles are gone and we're ready to start planting in the spring, that's going to make all of this effort worthwhile. Besides, what else would I be doing on a day like today? Sitting inside watching TV? The rivers aren't froze yet. Can't get out and really snow machine quite yet. So, might as well be doing this. It's a good way to spend an afternoon. Just driving across the field, and I did notice the mountain was trying to make an appearance. So I zoomed in. Not the best shot of Denali by any means, but still, always good to look at. Okay, apparently I was getting in the tractor and going somewhere, but time lapse of Dave doing a little mulching and the fire burning. Just back and forth, back and forth. And there's a very good chance we'll be back doing a little bit of touch-up work in the spring. We'll know when the snow melts. Well, it was getting towards the end of the day and the tractor was low on fuel. So I needed to go fill the tractor, then just look around a little bit, make sure everything was doing okay. The real danger are sticks and stobs. A stick will pop up or come out of nowhere and whack you and you don't even know it. Got to keep an eye out for those. I know, nothing real special about this. Just some farm equipment and a combine with the sun setting behind it in a snowy field in the middle of Alaska. Thought it looked kind of cool. Just thought I'd get out and get a little footage of the field before it snowed on it again or anything else changed. The fires were burning down pretty good. It's quite the sight to look out across and see no trees, no burn piles, just open field. And of course, there's always the never-ending battle to go ahead and throw sticks on the fire. We'll be picking sticks up out of these fields for years. But there's a set amount of sticks in the field, and everyone that gets picked up and thrown to the side or burned is one less to pick up next time. So there, we got rid of a few. Dave's going around mulching wherever I picked up logs. There'll be small brush and pieces that he needs to run over to go ahead and turn into chips. For reference, here's what's left of a pile from, this is a 2-week-old pile, I believe. There's still just a little bit smoldering in the middle. Okay, high today looks like about 12 degrees. 12 degrees.
12 degrees.
It's the high today, I guess.
It's supposed to warm up to 30.
Today?
Yeah.
They got that wrong.
I'm rolling like
Okay. It is the end of a day for us. It's not quite 4:30. A little bit, maybe 4:20. You know, there's another hour and a half of daylight. It'd be good till 6 o'clock, 6:30 now, I reckon. And as you can see, we got a little bit of snow. There's a little bit of drifting. So far, this winter has been about average. About the average amount of snow. Maybe a little above average for temperature, but we still got a whole lot of winter to go. And I'm sure the cool weather is going to catch up with us. Detour for the winter. That is all right. nice. Cannot ask for better. If you think about it, they're doing all this work with nighttime temperatures below zero and daytime temperatures maybe into the low teens, and having to keep the equipment running and do all this dirt work. You're always great, fast, courteous. Not different than it was this morning. Right on. So okay, fixing to pull up on the Nenana Bridge. The river is really starting to slow down and the patties of ice are getting larger and larger. It is any day now that the river will actually stop flowing and freeze over. And that's when you truly know winter is here. Getting slushy. Later that evening, we took the dogs out to the farm to let them run around and just check on the fires and see how they were doing. Something magical about a crisp winter night and a full moon. Well, we'd like to thank everybody for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.